I was asked by a family member if I could restore this coffee grinder. Of course, I couldn't refuse, and I thought it would be rather nice. I looked into it a bit further. I checked with Grok, and it's actually over 100 years old. It was made in northern Spain by a company called ELMA. We can see it's in a bit of a mess. But anyway, my name's Stuart, and thanks for joining. I need to try to clean out the slots on these screws. It's just a little saw blade. Problem is that if I don't clean them up, I'll end up damaging them, and I want to reuse these screws. We can see the drawer there, and now it is now exposed. This is the grinder. Yeah, I need to use some penetrating oil here on all these parts. It just avoids damaging the stuff when you're trying to remove it. That wasn't so difficult. Yeah, the way to unscrew this was to jam the gears together with a little screwdriver. These are relatively clean. It hasn't been exposed to much corrosion or dirt. I'm fairly sure that this grinding head was sand cast. It would stack up with the technology that they used to use. What I've got to do here is try to remove this pin. It won't come out by itself. It's a tapered pin. In the end, I've got to drill it. Sorry, it's not in focus there. Now I've got to drill the pin out and then punch it out. Please like and subscribe, and any comments are always most welcome. Now I'm trying to remove the shaft. Needed a little bit of teasing there. So this cog fits onto a key on there. It's a slotted cog. This one's jammed solid on the shaft, so I need to heat the cog up and then hammer the shaft out. You'll see it will move in a minute. Many years of corrosion. This isn't something I do a lot of, but from time to time, yeah, it depends on the mood I'm in. So after the penetrating oil, these screws seem to come out relatively easily. Yeah, it's important not to damage the head. You know when something's really old is when you've got square nuts like these. They're obviously just stamped out of sheet metal. And yeah, it's a bit of a giveaway. We can see we've got different coloured paints, and I think it's been painted a few times. There's red there. I've got to remove this wooden handle from here, so I just need to grind down the part that was peened over. Just push it out. This handle was actually painted black, and you can see from this is the information that I got from Grok, which is Elon Musk's artificial intelligence. You can see the original colour scheme. It was red with gold and black, a gold handle there, the wooden parts painted black. So we're going to try to replicate that design. This is the drawer. It's got woodworm in it at some stage. These are the cogs which drive the shaft, or drive the grinding head. So they all need to be cleaned up now. I'm going to shot blast these parts. This is the part that I mentioned was sandcast. There's too many defects in it for it not to be sandcasted. But it comes up very well with the shot blaster, especially with these parts as well. I mean, it's got so much grime on it over the years, unbelievable. So now I've shot blasted them, I just need to remove there's a few burrs and things on the parts that need to be removed. And this needs to be cleaned up. It's got a lot of deep rust on it, you can see it there. So in the end I've got to use a file and restore this part. Bring it up to a nice polish. You'll see what I'm going to do a little bit later. I'm going to give these a uniform finish. Those are the two shafts. They need a little bit of work. I mean, it would be impossible to remove all the rust. That's the part that I hammered, so I need to restore it. This is a kind of a foam, it's like a foam kind of brick that's got abrasives in it. Or a resin block, I should say. Just to clean the thread up there. You'll see in a minute what my plan is with these parts. Basically what I'm going to do is to oil blacken them. It's quite a nice effect. Just needs to be heated up, not to red hot, but something shy of red hot. And then this is now dunking into sunflower oil. So it's a relatively clean oil. The finish is very good, very acceptable. These are the parts that I cleaned up on the lathe earlier on. You have to take it past the blue colour and then put it into the oil. You may have noticed that I've switched it to an acetylene torch. It's a little bit quicker than a plumbing torch. So there's the milling head, the grinding head. These are all the little parts that I've now oil blackened. The cogs, the screws. There's all the nuts and bolts, the two shafts. There's the box, wooden box that's got a lot of woodworm on it. I'm being a bit sneaky here. I'm going to let my better half restore this box. I'm just taking it to pieces, give it a bit of a sanding, and then you'll see it being done. Basically all it needs doing now is to be painted, and we finished this box, and luckily I was around to supervise. No, only joking. Now we need to look at these wooden handles, give them a clean up prior to painting them. Just using a bit of emery cloth here. They've still got some paint on them. Like I said, this coffee grinder was painted a few times during its life. But the wooden part's basically in good condition, not like the drawer full of woodworm. This is the knob for the little drawer, the wooden drawer. Just needs a bit of a clean up again before painting. Simple really, I'm just doing some painting with a satin black. Satin's always quite nice. A little bit more practical than gloss paint. Now I've got my, as requested, weather report. This is a nice October evening. Very nice indeed. I'm going to tackle these bigger parts now, but I'm going to try something different to clean them up. I'm going to use what's called Electrolytic. You use water, bicarbonate of soda, which we're putting here. Bicarbonate of soda gives it allows the electricity to move, flow freely in the water. It increases the conductivity. So these are the parts we want to clean up. We need to complete a circuit, a direct current circuit, small amount of amps, and we need the current to flow. So basically what's happening is there's a metal piece which is sacrificial. It's either an anode or a diode, I can't remember. So it pulls the material off the parts you want to clean. They've been in there for quite a long time and I'm cleaning them off now with a hose, and you can see them in a minute. And I would say that luckily I've got a shot blaster, because at the end of the day, if you've got a shot blaster, it's the most practical way to clean things up. Unless they're really, really, really delicate, but generally speaking, this type of shot blaster works fantastically. The parts might need a little bit of cleaning up afterwards, which I'll do, and you'll see me doing that in a minute. Obviously this is speeded up, it's not the actual speed. This is only a home type shot blasting machine that doesn't, what it does is it lifts the abrasive material by a Venturi effect. So it's not forcing the material. So it's not a fantastically fast system, but works great. These castings just needed a little bit of a clean up. So prior to painting, I'm giving it some abrasive clean up on there. This is a brush, it's a nylon abrasive brush. So now these parts are ready for painting. Not very complicated. So it's rather a nice red, I like that. This is the part you open to drop the coffee beans into the machine. It was deformed, so I'm just trying to sort that out. And then I can shot blast them, like I'm doing here. Again, speeded up. You know, it's a very practical way of cleaning things up. Yeah, wire brushing it. Well, not wire brushing, it's a nylon brush. Gives it quite a nice finish. Ready for painting. Now these are going to be painted gold, which is according to the artificial intelligence report that I got. Now I need to weld the handle back in again, so I'm just blobbing it with weld, and I'll give that a little bit of a clean up afterwards. Yeah, just to take that weld back a little bit. I'm now making a base for the grinder. I never even knew I could saw so fast. In a second I'm just going to put some chamfers on it. And there's the painted parts, the main parts of the machine. They look rather attractive, I think. Then we've got the two halves of the dome. They look nice as well. Certainly 1,000 times better than they started. There's the handle. Gold handle and black wooden piece. So now basically we need to just reassemble it. We've got all the parts, everything's been cleaned up. Just going to put those oil blackened screws back in. So we're tightening down the bowl, and the grinding head fits through the top of this body. So it's not actually fixed firmly, it's slightly, it's got its own, it's allowed some movement. It's so that the grinding head aligns itself automatically. Yeah, I just put these screws back in. I'm pleased with the oil blacking finish. It's done a good job with these screws. I think it's turning out quite well. You'll see the square nuts that I was talking about earlier on. There it is. That's an absolute giveaway for the age of the machine. Just to put this little location pin through the shaft, which supports the part of the grinder. Now what I need to do is put this cog back in. This cog fits on a little key. Let's see if it goes back in again. Ah, perfect. This was the cog that I had to drill. I had to drill the pin out. I made another pin. So it's a tapered pin. Now I just need to knock it back in there. You know, I had to guess the taper. In the end it turned out fairly well. We can see it all rotates now without any problem. This is a washer, and then we've got, this is basically the mechanism at the top. This allows the adjustment of the grinding head. So you can grind a fine coffee, or you can grind a coarser coffee. Now we've got the handle. Now we're nearly finishing now. Little doorway fits now nicely. Now it's not deformed. I just need to spot these with a drill so that I can put the screws in. I've got some brass screws here. Well, we're just about finished, I think. Oh no, yeah, wait a minute, I've got to do this drawer. So now it's been painted, restored. I need to put this knob back in. I've got the screw oil blackened, and it looks rather nice, everything. That's that. There's the finished item. I'm very, very happy with it. It looks lovely. The colour scheme looks nice. I hope my family friend's going to be happy with it. I'm sure she will be. It belonged to her grandmother, as far as I understand. So we can see some before and after photos now. You'll see how in such a poor state it was when we started. It only leaves me one little thing, and that is to make a demonstration, see if it works. Add some coffee beans and let's have a look. Many thanks for watching the video, and I hope you enjoyed it. Oh, it grinds well. Great. Yeah, and there's the ground coffee, ready to make a nice cup of coffee.